want to get to prop bets, let's go ahead and do that right now, as prop bets are brought to you by our friends at Zen Sports. I'll tell you more about Zen Sports here in just a moment, but it is 4 downs right now, and it's brought to you by our friends at Zen Sports. So 4 downs as we go right now.
4 downs. 4 questions. 4 answers. The Dave Hooker Show. 4 downs. A presentation of offthehooksports.com.
All right, prop bets. And I love these things because it gives you a great feel for the game. And we will have our game prediction coming up here momentarily. By the way, Jimmy Himes picks Tennessee to win 38-34, so to not cover the spread, which I thought was a big number initially. As we get to 4 downs, it'll be Cooper Mays reminding us what you should do.
Cooper Mays here. Hit like and subscribe.
You should. So let's go ahead and get to first down and break some of these down. And let's start with the guy who will have a monstrous impact on the game and had the biggest impact on the Columbia collapse for the Vols last year, and that was Spencer Rattler. Over under with him concerns what, Caleb? Because it is.
Coop here. First down.
There you go.
So Spencer Rattler is set at the over-under with 268.5 passing yards for the game. And for context, he's gone well over that 3 of the 4 games this year. The only one he didn't was Georgia, and he had 256 yards, and Georgia has historical talent in the secondary. Yep. So you're asking me if I'm taking the over or under?
Yeah, give me the number again.
268.5.
I think he'll throw for over 268.5. I think he'll have to. Yeah, I think it's an easy over. And I think that that'll either come because South Carolina plays well, which is scary for the Vols, or that'll come because he is in a trail position, which we have seen many times before. So what else we got? Prop bet number 2, which means it's what down, Coop?
Cooper Mays here. Second down.
All right, what do we got?
All right, so we're looking at there's one where you can bet, will there be at least 4+ touchdowns in each half? And I'm going to say, yeah. I'm going to say each half there will be 4 total touchdowns at least.
So there have to be 8 touchdowns total, but they 4 individually have to be in a half. So you couldn't have a 5 and 3.
Right. You could not have a 5 and 3. And I'm like, okay, so if Tennessee is up 21-7 or if South Carolina is up 21-7, that's 4 touchdowns. And then if one team's up big, there's going to be a lot of touchdowns in the second half by the other team trying to come back. I think this is an easy call. I mean, this is just 56 points.
Yeah, but this one's goofy to me because what if Tennessee gets the lead and their pass rushers are able to run free in the second half? This one's too complicated for me. I'm staying away from this one just because if the game were to get out of hand, if Tennessee plays as well as they can and Joe Milton has a big day, that seems really hard, especially, and on the message board, we're talking about offensive linemen that are out for South Carolina. It seems really difficult for me to think that you're going to have how many touchdowns in the second half? If the
4 total. Okay, what if Tennessee's up 35-0 at halftime, which probably isn't going to happen. Okay, don't worry. I'm not saying that's going to happen. But say hypothetically they're up big. Do you think the pass rushers are still able to play with the same level of intensity in the second half that they would need to get the sacks? I mean, I can't see Spencer Rattler not getting 3 to 4 touchdowns out of this. So,
but SC Scout guy who knows him well says we have 2 true freshmen starting on the offensive line, including our left tackle. I think this thing could get really one-sided. And if it gets one-sided, maybe Spencer Rattler's throwing for his life in the second half and any chance that South Carolina has to win. But
well, there's hope for USC Scout guy. Florida has horrible horrible tackles too, and they don't have a mobile quarterback. But Tyler Barrett and James Pierce and Roman Harrison never got off the bus for that game. So
Well, they didn't. They didn't for whatever reason, and you're right. I mean, I can't argue with that. I don't think Tennessee's going to have 2 of those games back to back. At least I don't think so. I'm
staying away. Just before we move on, people are asking.
Yes.
I am staying away. I am staying away from 1.5 touchdowns by Spencer Rattler, just because it's one of those things where the way they play, like he'll get big plays in the secondary, but they may punch it in on the ground or with his legs when they get down to the goal line. I'm also staying away from Xavier Leggett's 84.5 receiving yards. Paper says that he should do that, but I will say that with what's his name? My mind's just going to Amarian Brown. He should be back in the game, and that should take some yards away from Leggett. So that's why I'm staying away from Leggett's yardage and Spencer Rattler's total touchdowns.
All right, there you go. It is brought to you. We've got a couple more downs to go. It is brought to you by our friends at Zen Sports. It's football season, and it's time to switch to Zen Sports, the fastest growing sports book in Tennessee, changing the bonus game with their cash rewards program. When you sign up for Zen Sports with a referral code HOOKED, HOOKED, earn a welcome bonus that gives you 5% cash back for your total betting volume for your first 15 days of betting. Think about that for a second. That's insane cash back. It's unbelievable. So you can get action on the Tennessee-South Carolina game this upcoming weekend. If you have friends who bet on sports, share your Zen Sports referral bonus code with them, and then you'll earn 3% of their betting volume for their first 6 months of betting on Zen Sports with no cap on how much you earn. What are you waiting for? Stop wasting your time and money on other schools when you could be earning real cash rewards with Zen Sports. Download today on the App Store or at zensports.com. Your wallet will thank you better. You basically are getting cash back on your bets, and with the referral code, cash back from your friends' bets as well. Download today. App Store is Zen Sports. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 21 and over and in Tennessee to bet. So are we on third down there, Caleb Calhoun?
We are.
Tennessee center Cooper Mays here. Third down.
Prop bet, third down. What do you got?
So third down, Squirrel White, over 51.5 receiving yards. I mean, what's his face for Mississippi State last week? I can't pronounce his first name, but Griffin had
the slot receiver they had that played so well.
Yeah, had 256 receiving yards. Come on. Squirrel White, he's going to do that. And also, I think I'm just going to call it. If we're out on Dante Thornton, I'm wondering if the coaches are out on Dante Thornton.
I wouldn't blame them with the drops. And, yeah, as somebody told me, he's really young. Young, I don't
really lazy to me. But
I don't think they meant that in terms of age. I think they meant that in terms of maturity. And a lot of times immature people are lazy. I don't think they meant young as in check his birth certificate. I thought they meant young as in check his work ethic. And we're part of the problem, Caleb. We pumped Dante Thornton up a little bit too much. It took an injury for him to get on the field at Oregon. He had about 250 yards, a touchdown. Dante Thornton is not nearly the known commodity that Squirrel White is, and it's not even close. SC Scout Guy providing a little bit of insight too. Again, our best cornerback went out on the first play of the game. We had a true freshman covering that guy from MSU. O'Donnell Fortune is our best cornerback, is full go and will play in this game. Very true. I get all that. Jesse says, pardon me. Jesse says, White is good. He'll make some plays. The question is whether Milton can put the ball where it needs to be. I think Milton throws 2 picks, one trying to do too much and one on an errant pass. Well, he's only thrown 1 interception this year, which people have said.
That interception would have been a touchdown if Andre Carrick could block. I'm just going to say
yeah, but you don't put that ball in harm's way. You don't.
He was stepping. It wasn't in harm's way. I think it was Ramel Keaton had his guy beat wide open down the sideline. Milton was stepping into the throw, and he got hit as he threw it. I mean, that's on Carrick. Now maybe you could say Milton needs to step in a better spot in the pocket, but Carrick just got abused on that play. That interception is 100% on Andre Carrick.
I won't say 100%. I thought his pocket presence lacked a little bit in that, like you said. I won't say 100%, but I'll say Andre Carrick definitely deserved a half INT, but they don't put that on the stat chart yet for offensive linemen. So we'll have to roll with what we got. I thought that was a case where Joe Milton got a little bit too excited and saw that pass potentially open and was forcing it to get it there when you've got to step to your right and perhaps even just run the ball for 7 to 10 yards on that play, because I'm not disagreeing with you, because Carrick got blown up.
Well, I think he wanted to. Now, the truth is he should have stepped further back, but Heupel doesn't like 5-step drops. But the problem was that was just one of the plays of the game where Spraggins was beat a little bit, because Spraggins kind of collapsed. I don't know if it was Spraggins got beat or if the point was for him to collapse and Milton to step left. And he steps left and Carrick just gets absolutely obliterated.
Nope, he did. 4th down. Is that right, Cooper Manning? Cooper Mays. By the way, if you don't know and you don't watch the Vol Report, brought to you by Campbell Cunningham, Taylor, and Hahn, Cooper Mays was actually named after Cooper Manning because Cooper Mays' mom met Cooper Manning and was quite smitten with the name. And we'll just leave it at that. And by the way,
what are you alluding to, Dave?
I've done all my alluding for now. The Vol Report with our own Jacob Warren is brought to you by our friends at Campbell Cunningham, Taylor, and Hahn, ccteyes.com. Look at me, no glasses, no contacts. They got LASIK. They have also fantastic cataract surgery and the regular eye appointments. And the other great thing about them is that they're local and they care about you. 4th down, Coop.
All SEC center Cooper Mays here. 4th down.
Coop, by the way, brought to you by City Heating and Air Conditioning. Support our sponsors. That's why we're here. cityheatandair.com, not a fly-by-night HVAC unit. They are absolutely there to make sure that you get the right assessment on your unit. What is 4th down on our prop bets, Coop? I'm sorry, Caleb.
Oh, okay. So Brew McCoy over 48.5 receiving yards. Every go-to wideout, like physical wideout, has gone for over 65 yards against South Carolina in the season. Even last week, when Mississippi State slot receiver was out there getting 256, their go-to wideout, who I think his name was Justin Ross, had 91 yards. So Brew McCoy is the go-to wideout, more so than Ramel Keaton. He is physically hard to guard. So I think he goes over 48.5 receiving yards fairly comfortably.
All right. I can roll with that.